And back to the glitter and glamour now on Good Friday on BBC One, because it's Bruce's guest night.
Welcome to my guest night. I'll be down to get you in a taxi, honey. Bit louder. You better be ready about 8:30. That's better. Oh, dearie, don't you be late. I want to be there when the band starts playing Firefly. 'Cause oh my, she radiates moon glow. I want none of that moon glow. She starts to glitter when the sun goes down about 8 p.m. It's mayhem. She switches the lights up and gives me a call. They take me to the Firefly ball. And when I get her there, set her there, I get to set her there and grab me some glow. No, she's the gad about, mad about, luring every lad about, while leaving me moaning low. Oh, Firefly, why can't I latch on to you? Know how? Oh, how I love you, but gee, why do you set the night on Firefly? Shine a little light on me, yeah. I get to pet her there and grab me some glow. No, she's the gad about, mad about, luring every lad about, while leaving me moaning low. Oh, Firefly, why can't I latch on to you? Know how? Oh, how I love you, but gee, why do you set the night on fire? Shining light on, shining light on, shining light on me. Every evening when the sun goes down, oh yeah. Woo. Ha. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. There should have been a piano stool here. Okay, a piano stool. It's very difficult to do it standing up. Please, please. All right, okay, so what happened to the stool? Where's the stool? This way up. This thing should be left. I want to play it, not milk it. Goodness sake. It's been that kind of a day, I tell you. But welcome to an hour of mystery and imagination. Because it's a mystery who's going to turn up. And if they don't, you're going to need all your imagination. You see, I sent out loads of invitations inviting people to come on the show, but they don't always reply. What's that? Oh, we've had a fax in. A fax in, a what? Oh, good. Oh, I like that young man. I know the one you mean. Yeah, with a good voice. Mark Armand has arrived. He's here tonight. Mark Armand! Oh, lovely. Great, great. Yeah, I know the others. Fine. But if that isn't enough from Hollywood, that wonderful film, stage and cabaret performer, Miss Juliet Prowse, is with us tonight. It's been lovely to see her again. Lovely. And if that isn't enough, another film star with musical genius, Dudley Moore, is here. Oh! Yes! Dudley Moore is here. In fact, Dudley has achieved success in many fields, and a few haystacks as well. But is that enough, or do you want more? Do you want more? Well, here's just a little bit more. My very dear friend, Ronnie Corbett. Oh! He's here, I know he's here, but you see, you have to get up some other stairs to get up. It's a shame, you see. We have to go one step at a time. I can see him with his rope and his little grappling hook. But we'll wait for him because it's worth waiting for. He's just come back from Australia. Just come back from Australia. I don't know why that should get applause. I mean, if I said he was going to Australia, then I could expect it, you know. But as a matter of fact, he's got a place in Australia now, you know. It's a timeshare with a baby kangaroo. I must say something else. Ronnie Corbett is one of the sweetest, nicest, charming and most talented people left in show business. Ronnie, my dear friend, I was looking all over for you. There we are, here he is. There we are. The applause is getting there, too. That's nice. Well, welcome,
Thank you,
yes.
Thank you. I must say, I'm a little bit disappointed to find out that you're just the same as all the others, you know.
Same as all the others?
Yes, glib, offhand references to my diminutive stature, you know.
Oh, I mean, well, no, it was only a bit of fun, you know. I mean, I was just filling in.
I must be honest, you left one or two of the more offensive ones out.
Oh, did I?
Ronnie Corbett is the only citizen of the United Kingdom with a full-length picture in his passport.
No, I wouldn't be that hurtful. I wouldn't be that
The first job Ronnie Corbett ever had was a sleeping car attendant on a Hornby train set.
I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing, honestly. But I never realised that you had to suffer such humiliation from people.
Yeah. Do you mean people never insult you? I mean,
no, not
like
that.
You've never heard people say, you know, Bruce Forsyth, you know, entertained the troops during the war and got a medal from the Germans? You've never ever heard
Well, I've never heard that till now.
Somebody said the Variety Club honoured Bruce Forsyth with a luncheon. Nothing special. Somebody called at his front door and stuffed the sausage through the letterbox.
That is weird. I give in.
All right, friends again?
Friends again.
Right.
Now, look, let me have a look at it for you in my Who's Who in Showbiz, because I didn't get a chance to get to it. I got up to so far with the C's, but there we are. Hold on here. Oh, there we are. Corbett, C, margin.
Yes.
Oh.
See, it's all written around the edge there. You see that?
Good gracious.
Yes.
Well, it says you're a keen golfer. But, by the way, I saw you the other day at the Wisley. You came over this hillock, and you looked so snazzy in those +4s.
They're nice, aren't they?
Oh, lovely.
Anne made them for me out of 2 empty Hoover bags. Bit of a snag. Every time I breathe in, my shirt flies off.
Oh, yeah, it's bad when you're putting. Yes, fine. And it says here, career, and then a question mark.
Yes.
But, I mean, it doesn't say anything. I mean, when did your career take off?
Well, I'm hoping this year, really. I'm only here tonight on the youth training scheme, you know.
Well, this is ridiculous. I mean, keen golfer and career in a question mark. I mean, there's more in here about the unknown soldier.
I tell you, Bruce, what you could do. You could ask me, you could say, if you wanted to start this, you could say, is it true that after leaving school, your first job was with the Ministry of Agriculture? You could do that.
Oh, yes. What was your first job after leaving school?
Ah, right.
Yeah, I've got that right.
Yes, you've got that right. Well, my first job, I was with the Ministry of Agriculture.
Oh, I see. I see. Well, oh, that's...
Yes.
You know, it takes a really good chat show host like me to drag answers out of a reluctant guest, doesn't it? Now I have another answer for you.
No, another question, you mean?
No, you mean another question, not another answer, because you've already given me the answer before.
Yes, right.
Yeah, but I'll spring it on you.
Yes,
I'll
right,
spring it.
Cool,
love it. Right. Now, what did you do at the Ministry of Agriculture?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because I was a lumberjack on a mushroom farm, and...
Yeah, forget all this question and answer business. I want to say something, and I think I'm saying this on behalf of millions of people. I still miss the 2 Ronnies. Do you? I tell you, don't you? The years of fun and entertainment you go. It was so wonderful. I mean, you probably don't realise, but it was lovely.
Well, thank you.
And one of the highlights for me was when you did that lovely little chat spot where you sat on your chair and you looked straight into the camera and you did one of those stories of yours. You know,
yes,
it was so personal and so intimate. You know, I loved it. Will you do one of those tonight?
Well, it'd be a pleasure, yes.
Oh, good. Well, now, we haven't got a chair, but we do have this settee, which is nice and intimate.
Aha, well, there is a snag, because I've never been intimate on a settee before. So
oh, isn't that a shame? Isn't it a shame? Oh, dear. I bet he's done a bit of damage in the back of a Robin Reliant. But trust me, Ronnie, trust me. Will you just put your feet up?
Oh, yes, sort of loud.
Yes, and let's put that pillow just under your head here, maybe, a little bit.
Oh, that's all right.
Now, do you feel relaxed?
This is sort of similar, isn't
Yes,
it?
similar in a way.
Yes.
I know what you mean. And there we are. We could put this little sort of... there we are.
Oh, little.
Look, with the little dog. OK, that's fine.
Yes.
Oh, yeah? Away you go. Away.
Yes, right. Well, I'll tell you a story tonight, funnily enough, about this...
Oh, sorry.
What?
Sorry. Is there room for Teddy?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Now,
Ronnie Corbett.
Thank you. Now, funnily enough, this sofa isn't all that comfortable, believe it or not. You know why? Because the producer stands in it to clean the windows. Can you imagine a BBC producer standing on a sofa to clean the windows? Do you know why? They won't buy him a ladder. Now, by the way, I don't know if you've heard this story, but if you have, don't stop me because I haven't heard it myself yet. Now, it's about a very peculiar family who live in Billericay. And I told you they were peculiar, didn't I? And every night, the little son of the household goes to bed and he has a story told him. And he tells these stories about skeletal and giants and monsters. And when he hears a story, he gets quite tired and quite sleepy. And he has a little drink. And then before you know, there he is.
Got his little night light. I'll put a rusk under his pillow. Just in case he wakes up. All right, fine. I knew that would happen, you know, and I'm glad because those stories of his, they went on and on. He never knew when to stop. It would go on. It would always leave in your ear. So boring, boring. Anyway, he might not sleep for long because Mark Armand is singing a song from his latest album called The Days of Pearly Spencer, which is arranged for a 70-piece orchestra. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Armand.
Inside it's long and so complete, watched by a shivering sun. Old eyes in a small child's face, watching as the shadows race through walls that crack and leave no trace. Daylight's bright no shun. The days of Pearly Spencer are the race is almost run. Hard on frosted glass, gazing as the swollen mass on concrete fields where grows no grass, he stumbles blindly on. Iron trees smother the air with withering, they stand and stare through eyes that neither know nor care where the grass has gone. The days of Pearly Spencer are gone. The race is almost run. The days of Pearly Spencer. Your race is almost run. Your race is almost remember how you stood to be, the way your life had gone. So Pearly, don't you shed more tears for those best forgotten years. Those tenements are memories of where you've risen from. The days of Pearly Spencer your race is almost won.
Thank you, Mark. Oh, lovely. Slipped through there. I think he's settled for the night, so I'll do my next announcement over there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd now like to introduce you to someone who's flown over here especially to see us. And she's a lady I've had the pleasure of working with a few times.
Bruce,
and I
I'm
cannot...
sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Sorry to interrupt you.
But excuse me,
I've just had...
Juliet.
Well, I'm sorry.
What?
I've just had the most terrible dream.
Really?
Yes, I've had a dream that Dudley Moore is going to be a guest on the show. I've just had it this week.
He is on the show and he's here. Dudley Moore is here.
Oh, well, Bruce, I'm very worried.
Well, why?
I'm very worried about working in close proximity to Dudley, you see.
But why?
Well, I mean, tell me, how much taller do you think I am than Dudley Moore, do you think?
well, I say about that much.
Oh, as little as that?
Well, wait a minute, let me have a look. No, that much.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Oh.
Oh, he's tiny then,
He's
isn't
minute.
he?
Oh, minute.
How terribly embarrassing that
Oh, he
must
is
be for-
embarrassed
Oh,
about it.
yes, really? Yes, he must be. Rather him than me.
All right, okay, fine. Okay, now, when you think of all those Hollywood films and also stage and musical successes that this lady has had, I mean...
Bruce, I'm sorry. Just to double check, will you just measure me on this? Will you?
Oh, all right, okay, fine.
Because I just want to feel
Okay.
safe. I don't feel secure, you see.
I know what you mean, right, fine. There we are.
Ah, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I'm so much taller than Dudley.
Of course
I knew
you
it.
are. You've got none to
Now,
worry.
if you were to measure Dudley on this apparatus, what height would he be?
Down.
Oh, he's really tiny,
He's
isn't
minute,
he?
I'm telling you.
Minute. Goodness me, he could walk underneath a Dachshund wearing a top hat, couldn't he? Don't tell him.
Don't tell him. All right, fine, don't tell him. Well, you've waited long enough. Thank you for coming to visit us, Miss Juliet Prowse.
Where's that boy with a bugle? My little love, who was always my big romance. Where's that boy with a bugle? And why did I ever buy him those damn long pants? Did he need a stronger hand? Did he need a lighter touch? Was I soft or was I tough? Did I give enough? Did I give too much? At the moment when he needed me, did I ever turn away? Would I be there when he called? If he walked into my life today, were his days a little dull?
a little while. Did I overstate my plan? Did I stress the man and forget the child? Then there must have been a million things that my heart forgot to say. Would I think of one or two if he walked into my life today? Should I blame the times I pampered him, or blame the times I bossed him? Oh, what a shame, I never really found the boy before I lost him. Were the years a little fast? Was his world a little free? Was there too much of a crowd? Oh, too lush and loud, and not enough of me? Though I'll ask myself my whole life long, what went wrong along the way? Would I make the same mistakes if he walked into my life today? If that boy with a bugle walked into my life today. Thank you. Isn't that a lovely number?
That is it's an acting song, isn't
Well, it's from a Broadway musical, Mame.
it? Mame, yes.
And I don't know if anyone here ever saw the musical. It's a wonderful musical. And the song is actually about the aunt who is Mame, who she's had this big fight with her nephew, and he's just stormed out of her life. And that's what all those lyrics are about.
Yes,
It's wonderful to see
and
you.
lovely to see you. I was so
It's been a
thrilled you
long
could come
time
out.
since we've worked
It's
together.
a long time.
In fact, we
long
were
time.
saying, what was it, about in the 60s?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
The late
somewhere.
60s
Yes,
we worked
yes,
together,
and now I'm in the
right?
60s.
And I'm getting close.
Well, we won't talk about that. We will not talk about that. Well, now, what is your favourite music? You've played in there. I mean, I remember you in Sweet Charity,
Oh,
which
yes.
you did over here,
Yes.
which was a wonderful performance. You were
Well,
lovely.
it's hard to say which is your favorite. Charity was a great favorite of mine at the time that I was doing a lot of dancing.
Yeah.
But recently I've been doing roles like Mame,
Mame, yes,
which is
lovely
a
for you to be
middle-aged
able to go
lady,
into.
which is great to do. Another one which is a middle-aged lady is Follies, which
Follies,
which
yes,
I did.
Lovely, that's another
And they're all different for different reasons, you
Yeah,
know, why
yeah.
I like them.
So you haven't got a favourite?
Not really a
Yeah.
favorite.
You're fine. Well, now, you did have a nasty experience with a leopard. I was reading about
yes.
it the other
Well,
day.
apparently,
So will
you know,
explain
it
that?
was all over the world. I mean, it just kind of blew out of all proportion. Every year they do this big special. It's like a circus show. And they have trapeze artists and animal acts and
And they
juggling.
train for quite a
and
few
these
weeks.
kids who
Yes,
are
I have seen the
on
show.
television
Yeah.
and what have you, trained for months?
Yes, months, do
Bruce.
they? Oh.
Well, if you're going to get
if
up
you're
on
going
a
to
high
get up
wire,
and do a high wire,
you know,
yeah, something like that.
and
yes, you're right.
every year they do this thing called Circus of the Stars, and they've asked me on different occasions to do it, and I was always working. And this one time they said fine, and they wanted me to do something in the air, and I said no, I have a bad back, that won't be good for it.
Yeah.
They said, well, how about a leopard act? And you know, I'm a putz for animals anyway.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I went, oh God, yes. So there were 5 leopards, and I worked with them. We rehearsed every day, early in the morning at 8:30 before it got too warm. And one day they were bringing out the leopards out of their cages, and they were all sat on these pedestals, and they had collars, and they were chained to each, and you worked with them with a whip, and on the leash you worked
Yeah,
with them.
yeah.
And this one particular one, her name was Sheila. She did the majority of everything,
Yeah.
and she was wonderful. And she was, this morning they brought her out of her cage, put her on her pedestal, and I was playing with her. She was about that much higher than me, and I was playing with her, and she whacked me. So I whacked her back because they said, do that. Don't ever let them get away with anything. So, and then I turned my back to watch the other leopard coming out, and boom, she was in my neck, and she was around me with her claws. Well, thank God, the fronts are all declawed, you know.
Oh, my goodness.
But I have, well, you can see I have 2 big scars over here.
Oh, yes.
And I had to get all these stitches put into my neck.
Yeah.
And anyway, I came back the next day and we worked again and everything was fine and we shot it and everything went beautifully. And then 2 weeks before they were going to air it on television, they asked if I would do a Johnny Carson show to promote it. And they flew her all the way up from Florida, and she was very perturbed because they had mylar mirrors all around. So everywhere she looked, she kept seeing leopards.
See another leopard, in the
And
mirror.
I put her through her paces, and the very end of our little bit together, I would back up, let her go, and say, come, Sheila, and she would rear up on me, and we'd be face to face like this. Well, unbeknownst to me, I had reared up to the mirror, the mylar. And as she reared, she must have seen the leopard. And I can't, Bruce, I didn't even know it happened. It was so fast. All I said was, come, Sheila. She started to come. The next thing I knew, she was on my back. I was on the floor. This time she was on this side of my head, right in the ear, pulled all the inside of the ear out, and I have claw marks on my butt in the back because she's not declawed in her back, in her hind thing. So, well, you know what I was going to do? I wanted to do a return engagement on Carson and come in dragging a fake leopard skin and say, you remember Sheila? But everyone said, no, don't do that because of all the animal, you know, acts and things.
Well, now, I know you don't do much dancing now, but, you know, for old time's sake, would you do a little song or dance number with me?
Well, I would love to. What?
I've got a whip for you. And if you feel safer, I'll wear a muzzle.
It won't be necessary.
Yeah, but I promise I won't bite you.
Okay, no. Listen, I'll tell you what I would like to do. If we're going to do a number, can I make an entrance down the stairs? Well, I mean, mostly everyone does, don't they?
Yes, most people do. Yes.
And because I didn't have
and
it
you
this
missed out
time.
there?
Yeah.
Fine, that's what we'll go there. But we'll have to go round the back there.
Okay, all right.
Will you excuse us? We'll only be a minute, but we've got to go round the back to get to the top of the stairs.
Okay.
Is this really a good idea?
I don't know. I can't see anything. Oh! Stone! Rope!
Are you all right?
No, I'm not. Someone left a toolbox on the floor. I've stubbed my chin. Oh, here's the stairs. Up you go. There we are. We're here.
And they did stay.
Yes, what a loyal crowd. And there's your staircase.
Oh. Who might take us stepping out. It's hell to sit here and moan, immersed in the tone of blue music.
Ah, well, I'll go it alone and dance to my own exciting music.
Watch us fly, we'll get it right, and you'll agree. There's no doubt, once we were there in the pit of despair, but now
in the tone of blue music. Ah, well, we'll go it alone and dance to our own exciting new music. New music. We take the fool in love, empty pool, but now, we're stamping. Thank you, Juliet Prowse. Thank you, sir. Well, now, originally, I didn't know whether to do a chat show or a chatting up show. So this next item is all about chatting up. Now, before the show, we picked some fellas from our audience who fancy their chances at chatting up the birds. Now, we'll provide the bird, I mean the nice young lady. All you've got to do is see who's best at it. Chatting up, that is. Oh, let me introduce you to our chattee, the lovely Caroline Dennis.
Hello.
Hello. Now, Caroline is an actress, and for the purpose of this exercise, she can ad-lib and she can change her occupation at will. The person she's having a drink with is also an actor, Anthony Straker. Hello. Hello, Anthony. Good. By the way, we've also told our chatter-uppers to be any nationality and any occupation they like. That's if they don't want to be themselves. This is completely unscripted, and they have not been given lines to say, as is sometimes done on television. Right? Send in our first chatter-upper, please. There we are. Hello. And you are?
I'm Paul from
You're
Sidcup.
Paul. Oh, hold on. Lovely. Now, OK, Paul what?
Paul Howard from Sidcup.
Sidcup, fine. OK, now I'm going to tell him he's wanted on the phone. You've got a minute to chatter up. She's a lovely girl, OK?
Righto.
So get in there and fill your boots
Righto.
up. Right, OK. Hold on. Excuse me, you're wanted on the phone.
Oh, OK.
Yeah, okay.
I'll be a moment, darling.
OK, fine.
See you
Okay,
later.
go on. You've got a minute. You've got a minute. Go on.
All right. Listen,
Hello.
You don't mind if I have a drink with you, do you?
Not
I've had
at
a,
all.
Oh, Christ, have I had a day? Do you mind if I-
Really?
Whose beer is this?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's my friend's beer.
Do you mind if I have a little...
Well, I don't think you're very pleased, really. You better
Oh,
get
give
one
us a beer.
yourself.
It's all right. You have a beer on me. Yes.
Have I had a...
There you go.
Oh, have I had a day? Oh, so I'll just split up with the bird.
Oh,
Yeah,
dear.
she's an hairdresser. Look what she's done to me. Look, and we had a right row on it, see?
Yeah, she must like hedgehogs.
So, she does, I think. So we had a bar on it anyway. We fell out. So I thought I'd come in for a little drink. I
Oh,
don't
well.
paint on my teeth, do I?
No, not at all.
I'm a
no.
painter and decorator, and I've got the old Walkman on when I'm doing the
Uh-huh.
old walls with the roller. Like, I keep getting paint on my teeth, but
Dear.
wouldn't like to come into a bar and chat with a nice young lady like you with paint on my teeth. Come, do you know? Oh, you do smell well. What's that?
Garlic prawn.
Oh, lovely. That's my favourite. That's my favourite. I like it. What are you doing in this dump?
Oh, it's not a dump. It's very nice.
Listen, I know somewhere better. That'll be good.
Excuse me, you're in my seat.
Oh, I'm too sorry. There you go. Thank you.
No, your time's up. Your time's up. Good, now, relax. Very good. Come on. Lovely. Could we have the next one, please? There we are. It's David from where?
Red Hill, Bruce.
From Red Hill.
That's
OK,
right.
now, I'm going to tell you he's wanted on the phone. Get straight in there. OK, son? Yeah, I think your boat's come in.
OK, right.
There we are. You're wanted on the phone.
I was disconnected, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, you were just... OK,
Bye.
you've got a minute. You've got a minute. OK, yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
My name's Nigel Mansell. You probably don't recognise me without my moustache.
Oh, that's what it is.
It certainly is. I'm terribly exciting. I'm a racing car driver.
Oh, really?
I've had a couple of accidents, but I'm not that hurt.
How fast do you drive?
Very fast indeed.
How fast is very fast?
Oh, tremendously fast, because actually, I work for the SAS.
Really?
I'm the secret armed Spencer.
Wow.
I certainly am, Betty. But I've got a little problem at the moment. My bicycle's got a puncture, and so I can't take you home, unfortunately, because Betty wouldn't like it.
Betty's not going to get it.
Excuse me, you're in my seat.
Oh, terribly sorry. Is that it?
That's it. Right. OK, the next one, please. Next one, please. Right, yes, and your name?
My name.
Oh, well, what, who?
With a young lady.
Oh, you go on, for goodness
Excuse me, do
sake.
you mind if I... Excuse me, sorry. Just a brief word. Hey, tell me, has Dudley Moore been on here at all?
No.
Hasn't chatted you up yet?
No, not at all.
Well, if he does show, would you mind running this tape measure over him? Thank you.
Will you get up and stop worrying about Dudley Moore? Hey, can we have the last one, please? Hello, Phil. Hi, how are you? Phil, what?
Very well. Bales.
Phil?
Bales.
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah. OK, Phil Bales, and from Wandsworth?
From Wandsworth,
Is that right?
yeah.
I knew that, didn't I? OK, now, I'm going to tell him he's wanted on the phone, and then you go steaming in, son.
Right.
Go steaming in. Here
I'm
we
in.
are. OK, you want it on the phone.
Oh, not
Sorry about
again.
that. Yes.
Oh,
Off
give
you
me a
go.
moment,
That's
darling.
it. Fine. Here you go. OK, you've got a minute, just a minute.
Right.
Right.
Hello there.
Hello.
Hi. Hi, I'm Rich.
Well, I'm poor, so...
I was just say it's more of an adjective than a name, really.
Oh, I
Or an
see.
yeah. Bruce will verify this for me, but I'm actually a stand-in for Dudley Moore in his love scenes. Isn't that right?
That's right, absolutely.
That's an unusual job.
Well, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Self-employed.
Yeah. You know, in the bit in 10 where Bo Derek says, wow, that was me.
Really?
Snuck under the covers. She said, wow. I was going to say, they call me the astronaut in Hollywood,
Why is that?
because I've taken so many women to heaven and back.
Oh, I like that. That's a good line. Good line. I like that. Yes,
Excuse me, you're in my seat.
Oh, so, is this your brother?
It's my friend.
Oh, so there's no other reason you'd be with him, is there?
Yes, the boat's up down there. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Well, Caroline, now then, who do you think the audience likes the best?
Well, I think they like Paul Howard from Sync Up.
Paul Howard from Sync Up. Hey! Well done. There you are. A kiss there. And there's your champagne. You present it to him, my darling.
There we are.
Very much indeed.
OK.
Cheers, love.
There we are,
Thank you,
Paul.
Alex.
Well done. You're our champion chatter-upper. Come on, one more. Woo!
There we are. So much for chatting. Well, now, I can't wait to get my next guest on the settee to talk to him. But before that, let's enjoy his musical ability. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dudley Moore Trio.
Dudley, this is your life.
My wife.
Yes.
My wife.
If you want to get rid of it, just say Paxo. Or words to that effect.
Paxo.
No,
he doesn't.
But he's brought lots of friends with him.
Yeah. He's got lots of
You know you're always looking for them, aren't you?
They're here.
Anyway, you can see them afterwards, all right? And thank you very much. Away
Yes.
you go, then.
Yes,
all right,
very
Cop.
much.
Good job. I know that's right. That's what I said, all right, Cop.
All right,
Good.
Cox, yeah.
Now
then,
first of all,
down to serious.
no, I do want to be serious because, you know, you fool around an awful lot, but I went to see this man at the Royal Albert Hall with 8,000 people, 60-piece orchestra, and the night you gave us there. I mean, your depth of... I mean, I always knew you were a good musician, but the depth of your music, from the jazz to the Mozart, piano concerto, to Rhapsody in Blue, and then stuff that you've written and everything, coupled with all the lovely little bits you did in between, with the comedy and everything, it was one of the greatest nights of music I've ever been to.
Well,
so I do congratulate you.
Well, thank you. Thanks.
And it was marvellous. And this is the first time you've done it in this country.
Yeah, it's the first time I've done it anywhere, actually. Your pardon the expression. I've never travelled around with an orchestra, you know, and it was wonderful. The BBC Concert Orchestra, they were terrific.
Oh,
great.
Yeah, lovely atmosphere.
Yeah,
with them as
yeah.
well. But you've got to do this in the States. You've got to do it at Carnegie Hall, and then I think you could go anywhere in the world. I mean, you have now opened another career, which is, well, the world is your oyster.
Well, I'm taking up dancing next week. I don't know if that...
Don't get out of it like that. Anyway, that's the admiration.
Well,
bit.
thanks, Bruce.
Now,
Thank you.
let's get to the other things. Now, is Bo Derek that gorgeous to look at? I mean, she is lovely in the flesh.
Oh,
Only
I think
because
so.
you did do a nude scene with her.
I
And
did,
that
yes.
was flesh. So,
Yes.
I mean...
Yeah, well, it was flesh, yes.
It was.
Yeah.
Can you tell? I mean, were you? I mean, that was your big break as regards films.
Yeah.
But then having to do a scene like that, what did that feel like?
What did it feel like?
Well, you know, other words, but you know.
Yes. Well,
how did you react?
I was very excited. It was probably the most exciting time of my life. I wasn't that excited as I can't say anything.
You can't. But
and here am I, you know, innocently doing this.
Yes.
But she sorry, I'm salivating. But she's a very beautiful girl. She
Yes,
really is.
she is.
And she's very devoted to her husband. I want you to know. And she doesn't say too much. She just gets on with it. And I thought she was terrific.
Get on with it. You've said enough now.
Yes. But I remember one scene when I had to be nude. I mean, there were a couple of places, and I sort of had not really read them in the script. I was just so amazingly sort of grateful that I was going to be in this film and starring. And then Blake Edwards, the director, came up to me and said, you know, a couple of times, you'll have to be naked for this for this to work, you know. And I said, oh, okay. So I took my trousers off and everything, and the cameraman fell down laughing. It was really rather humiliating, actually. I don't think I should do it anymore.
No, you don't. You don't. But and it was the Bolero, was the music. What was that like, doing that kind of a scene to something like the Bolero?
The Bolero, well, it was put on afterwards, as the actress said to the bishop.
Oh, really?
Yes. It's a lovely piece of music.
Yes.
I have made love to it, of course, and I was thrown out of the Royal Festival Hall.
All right, now, Bo Derek, Liza Minnelli, Julie Andrews, Goldie Hawn, Raquel Welch, and that Nick
Anastasia Kinski.
Oh, yeah. She was beautiful.
Lovely.
Now, I'm not going to ask the obvious question there.
Well,
I mean,
aren't
you
you?
know who's the sexiest, which one did you fancy? I'd like to know which one had the best sense of humour, the one that you had more fun with. You know, when you got there, you started to laugh when you were being made up and doing scenes, the in-between things.
Well, I think Liza, without
Liza,
Liza,
yes, I thought.
Liza is so funny. She is hilarious. I mean, she was teaching me routines and stuff, and I think she learned from her mother, Judy Garland.
Of course,
who was a great singer, of course, but also was a wonderful comedian. And,
that's lovely to know.
Yeah, she had such a sense of timing. But, you know, she despite that, she
she's always consulting you as to how you want to do a scene and stuff. I found her absolutely wonderful.
But fun in doing that.
Yeah,
she was
God,
fun to. That's what I wanted to find out. Now we've got an audience here with many of your devoted fans. Would you mind if they asked you a few questions?
No, I guess not.
Okay, fine. All right. Now, anybody got a question for Dudley? Hold up your hand. Right. Now then, what would you like to ask him?
Well, I'd like to ask him how old he was when he started to play the piano.
Oh, that's a good question. I didn't know that myself.
I actually don't know, because I put an age to it when I was 3 or 4, but I think I probably clambered onto it and hammered it and thought, oh, that's rather a nice noise. And I don't actually know when I started, but I must have started when I was sort of young, because there was a piano in the house.
Did you play yourself?
Well, I'm just learning to play the organ, and I've just wondered how long it takes.
Oh, because Dudley's played the organ all his life. No, for goodness sake. He used to play the church organ.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
For goodness sake.
Yes. I used to play people up and down the aisles. I mean, sometimes for weddings, sometimes for funerals, you know. And
it's true.
The thing about playing the piano is you have to do it very slowly. You have to practice very slowly just to, you know, get the sort of shapes under your hand. And it's amazing how quickly that will turn into amazing efficiency in playing fast.
Keep at it. You're never too old to learn.
I'm still learning.
Yes. Yes.
Hello, Dudley.
Hello, how are you?
Hello, Dudley.
Oh, hello, how are you?
Oh, watch this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you research the characters you play on film? And if so, how much alcohol did you consume for your part in Arthur?
Oh, what a good question. What a good one. I like that. That's a very good one. That's
No, I think when you're stuck with how I look and how I am, I think you sort of wait for a part to come along that sort of fits you like a glove. And I've always adored stage drunks. I've always loved them. I used to go and see them, you know, in Glasgow and when I was about 18 and stuff. And I didn't consume any alcohol, as a matter of fact, for Arthur, although I was tempted to.
Somebody else here? Yes, is there?
Is it true that you prefer taller girls to shorter girls?
Stand up immediately. Oh yeah, well, no problem.
Would you? Oh, I think we struck a chord there.
Yes,
come
we
on.
have.
Would you like to meet him?
Sure.
Oh, come on then. Let's meet him. Lovely. On you go.
Look at that.
Well, now, wouldn't you like to ask him? Ask him.
Well, how tall will he go?
How tall will I go? Oh, I'll go very tall, actually. What you see before you.
How tall will you go?
I mean, I'm 5'2.5" inches, but I'm actually 6'9". I don't know.
Come over here, my darling. I'll tell you. Ask him. You know what kind of.
Is there a problem with tall women? Do you have a problem?
Do I have a problem with tall women?
Am I too tall for you?
No, you're not tall. How tall are you, as a matter of fact?
I'm 6 feet.
I have a problem with you. No, I don't. I mean, Susan Anton was 5'11", so she was only an inch.
Susan, wasn't it?
You know, but I could never find her. Susan, are you there, love?
But also, ask him if he's got a piano in the bedroom.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I do have a piano in the bedroom, as a matter of fact. Not that I play it or anything like that, but I do have one because I recently bought another piano and I didn't know quite what to do with the original one, so I put it upstairs in the bedroom. That's my story, anyway, and I'm sticking to it.
Anyway, what's your name?
Katrina.
Katrina. Thank you for coming to
Thank
say
you very
hello
much.
today. I'm sure he enjoyed it. It's another surprise. He's had 2 surprises up to here.
Up to now, there is a third.
Thank you for coming up here. Lovely.
That's great.
Nice girl. Now, before you go, can I play just a little piece with you?
Oh, please,
All right. Just a little duet. Okay, well, now, we've got to go from here over to there. Will you just be Arthur?
Oh,
just
all right.
To get us
Yeah,
there?
no problem. I'm not having a bevy, all right? You can see... Oh. No, I'm all right. I'm fine, thank you. Thank you. Hello, how are you? Oh, blimey, it's a bit of a walk, isn't it?
It is a walk, yeah. That was Arthur. That was Arthur. Fine.
Now.
Okay, now. Sit down here. Okay. Now, the boys are all right? We can count on them?
Yes,
right.
we can count on them.
Right,
Yes.
well, I'll count them in. Okay?
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4. gentlemen, thank you. Well now, would you, as a finale, would you do your goodbye song?
Yeah, well,
Because it'd be so nice, you know.
Yeah. Well, I didn't do it at the front of the show because, you know, you do goodbye normally at the...
Yeah, but that's why it was a good reason to do it now, you see.
I see, yeah.
Fine. But look, before we do, Ronnie Corbett has been dying to meet you all day.
Oh, nice.
So would you say hello to him?
I certainly will.
Good.
Yeah, I'd love to meet him. We can then do the goodbye song all together.
Yeah, oh, yeah, there he is. Come and meet Dudley. Come and meet Dudley. There we are. That's lovely. Yeah. Oh. What? What?
You told me he was 4'8".
I didn't say anything about figures at all. I didn't give any numbers at all. Dudley, would you come in here and don't start making a fuss, because we are making television history right now. We are, you see, the first time we've ever been on a screen together.
If you'll excuse me, Bruce, we are hardly on the screen together, are we?
Well, what's the matter? What's the matter now?
Look at that screen over there. You can barely see the top of my head.
Oh, so never mind. All right, well, I'll bend down a bit, OK? I'll bend down. Yeah,
Ask him, why is he taller?
Oh, yeah, Dudley, why are you taller?
Probably these mercury injections for my sinuses.
Oh.
Yeah,
mercury injections?
Yes, I'm taller in the summer than in the winter.
I see. He said he's probably...
I heard him. Will you ask him where he gets them?
Never mind where he gets them, for goodness sake. Look, I can't stay like this. I'm getting a touch of the bend.
May I make a suggestion?
Yeah, be my guest, because you are.
Yeah, thank you. Why don't we use perspective?
Is he available?
And how tall is he?
Never mind how
Perspective,
tall he
you
is.
know, the further you are away, the smaller things appear, like telegraph poles.
Oh, yes.
Yes, brilliant idea.
Yes,
I'm glad I thought of it. OK, over there, Ronnie, you stay there, because you always look a long way away. And you there, Dudley, fine. I see what you mean, and I'll get here.
Right.
There we are. How about that?
Look at that.
All right?
That's wonderful. We all look the same height now, don't we?
Yeah, it doesn't need brains, mine.
Dad.
Yeah, what?
What did he say?
He just said that we all look the same height.
Oh.
Yeah.
What did he say, Dudley?
He said, what did he say?
Yes, what did he say? Well, wait a minute. I just said that.
But, Dad, what did he say then?
He just said,
No,
I just said that.
I just said that.
Sorry, what did he say?
Wait, he just said, what did you say?
Well, I haven't said anything yet, have I?
What did he say?
He said he hasn't said anything.
I saw his lips move. He's not talking about me behind my back, is he?
So what did he say, Dad?
He said he's not talking behind... you're not
Well, how
talking
can I be
behind
talking...
his back. Oh.
How can I be talking behind his back when I'm miles in front of him?
What's he saying?
I've no idea. Listen, I'm
Never mind.
pretty in the middle, mate.
I'm off. Back now. I don't know what's going... Look, for goodness sake. Look, all right, look. It was a lousy idea. Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much. It's my idea
Yes. Now, there's nothing more. There's nothing more for it. Bring on the footstools.
No, wait a minute,
What?
please.
What?
Footstools?
Yes.
That's a final humiliation. We're not standing on footstools.
Well, for goodness sake, look, Hollywood stars did it all the time. There was James Cagney Cole, short as a baby's arm. And then there was Alan Ladd. Alan Ladd, I mean, he used to have to stand on a beer box to kiss a girl.
Well, if it's a kiss you're after, I'll give you one now so I can leave.
You'll still have to stand on a stool, won't you? Bring the stools in. Don't
right,
listen to
there
them. You're like a couple of kids, OK? I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry that... I'm sorry Snow White gave you two the day off. I am really. But this is ridiculous. Will you do the goodbye song now, like I told you 10 minutes ago, and will you get round there? I've had enough of this. Well, for goodness sake.
Now's the time to say goodbye. Now's the time to yield a sigh. Yield it. Now's the time to wend away until we meet again. Ooh. Some sunny day.
Just a minute.
Mr. Moore.
Oh.
Prefers the drive.
I've been asked to lend a little tone to the evening, and Brucey was a little bit worried about the words, which I know you'll forget. Because you're with an audience, and those words are very tricky to get hold of. So I thought I'd be here to just sort of coax you through them. But in the meantime, just carry on, relax, have fun with everything. Twinkle to camera 4. That's the one. Twinkle, you know. Twinkle. He'll be very good. He'll be very good.
Right. Goodbye, goodbye. We're leaving you, goodbye. Wish mom goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye. We're leaving you, goodbye. We wish mom goodbye.